All right, everyone, welcome to our new segment that we've been talking about. Come fly with us, inside information about insurance. So today I've got with me Cody Gladney. He's one of the agency owners that I work with. And Cody, we've been talking a little bit about this and kind of what I've been wanting to do. And over the past year, I've been getting a lot of questions from brand new insurance clients that maybe have moved from an apartment to buy a home, and they're kind of confused as to what insurance is, and they don't really know, so they ask a lot of questions. All right, and even people who have had insurance in the past, they've never had it explained to them, and they ask about all kinds of different things. So I started compiling a list of questions, and we're going to ask people to send us your questions as well. So first of all, let's talk about you and your background in insurance and how long you've been doing that, and let's just go with that real quick.
Sure. I've been in insurance since 2008. Started with a captive carrier, was there until Marcus Becerra and I started our agency with Goosehead in January of 2017.
Okay.
So we've got quite a bit of experience between the two of us.
Yeah, and that's what I like about working with you guys is, I've only been in a year and a half, and so I do have a lot to learn. I've learned a lot, but I have a lot to learn. So it's great to be able to reach out to you guys as a resource when I have a question, and you guys are always, right there, quick to answer it. So that's very good for me, and I really appreciate that. So one of the questions that I get asked all the time, this is gonna be the first question of the topic. People ask me when I tell them who I'm with, Goosehead Insurance, they're like, that's kind of a weird name. Who is Goosehead? So they ask, who is Goosehead and why should they choose us? So, and you mentioned a little bit about you being with a captive agent before. Mm-hmm. I was actually with a captive carrier before, and there is a huge difference. So why don't you kind of explain kind of what Goosehead is and how we can better help people?
Sure. So our company was started in 2003 by Mark and Robin Jones, our CEO, and his wife. Just for the name, so everybody knows what the name was, they actually named Goosehead after their granddaughter, who they called Lucy Goosey. And thus now we have Goosehead Insurance. Well, but more importantly, we're an independent agency or a brokerage, which just basically means we're not tied to any one specific carrier.
Right.
That means that we have a multitude of carriers in our portfolio, up to 30 to 40, kind of depending on the different risk and things. So we just have a lot of choice. So instead of only offering one product, one price, we're able to offer you multiple products, multiple prices, and then even on further down the road, say we get your business at this year, 2 to 3 years down the road, your rate changes. Instead of us just telling you, I'm sorry, you kind of have to stick with what you have, we're able to reshop your business and put you with hopefully different carriers at that point as rates change.
Yeah, and I think that's great because I did experience, like I said, the captive carrier. And what I found in a very short amount of time is a lot of my clients, if they didn't fit perfectly inside that little box that they wanted you to fit into, their rates were like crazy. And there was nothing you could do except for start taking off endorsements, which you don't really want to do, especially on someone's biggest asset, which is going to be their home mostly. So I saw the writing on the wall. I'm like, there's got to be something different. And I didn't know about, companies like this. But I'm really glad because I was able to help a lot more people once I got on board here that I wasn't able to help, with the other one because I just my hands were tied. And the cool thing about us is with Goosehead, we're more loyal to the customer than the carrier, so to speak. Because we want to look for the best price and the best coverage, right? The power of choice is kind of one of the things we talk about. So I think that's really, really cool. Anything else you can tell us about, what someone can expect when they call us up and ask us for a quote?
Yeah, I think just to expand on your point that you already kind of made, but different carriers have different sweet spots, you might say. So you may not get a great rate with one particular carrier like Safeco or Farmers or something like that. Right. But there are other carriers that are looking for people that have your particular different risk characteristics.
Right.
So that's kind of what is the beauty about being independent, is that we're able to find that best spot for our particular client, like you said, without sacrificing coverages or without
Yeah.
sacrificing, I'll increase your deductible to lower your premium type thing.
Yeah, and a lot of times, and I've seen this because of people have told me they've had agents do that without telling them. And yeah, we got your rate down, but they didn't tell them, and until it's too late, and then you've got a claim, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not covered for that anymore. That's not a conversation I'm willing to have. I do not want to have that conversation. So
I hope not.
yeah, no, it's not a conversation I want to have. And just like anything else, I tell people the cool thing about us, like you said, being able to reshop, they make one phone call instead of making 5 or 6 different separate phone calls to try to get the right rate. They make one phone call to us. We reshop them through our rater. We do all the work for them. Boom, there you go.
That's right.
So convenience, being able to take care of our clients is really important to us. And I tell you what, one thing that I've learned is I'm not going to sell anyone or quote anyone a policy that I wouldn't buy myself for my family. Now, after that, if they make a decision to move some things around and they understand the risk, then that's fine. But, like I said, I don't want to have that phone call 6 months down the road and say, you didn't tell me about this endorsement and now I need it. So now what are we going to do? So it's not a good conversation.
Not a pleasant conversation. You're exactly right. No, it's not fun to do with somebody, and that's why we try to offer somebody from the top and work back.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Well, listen, everyone, thanks for that question. Thanks for watching our segment. Share this video with your friends and family. Listen, if we can help you out in any way by checking out your current policy and making sure you're covered properly and you've got the best price, give us a call, look us up, and we'll be able to help you out. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, elliscountyvideos.com. You can check out all the other videos we've got for insurance, and there's some other stuff in there you might find interesting as well. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you next week.